Hey there, friends and enemies, Joker here again, and today I need to talk about King Arthur Knight's Tale for a little bit because this is a game I've really been enjoying, and I'm surprised it's fallen under my radar so far because it is very fun. This is a dark fantasy tactical turn-based RPG which dropped recently on PS5, which is where I'm playing it, but has been out for a couple years on PC, and I really haven't heard a ton of talk about it, even though I would have assumed fans of this genre should have been raving about this game because it is pretty good. Now, this game is a interesting twist on the standard King Arthur tale. Instead of playing as him, you're actually his rival. You're still rebuilding Camelot, recruiting allies and everything, but I'm not going to get too much into detail about the story because I don't want any spoilers, so I'm going to keep that outside of this video, but just let me tell you, it is very fascinating. But this game has a lot of elements that traditional RPG fans will definitely enjoy. You have the base of Camelot that you are rebuilding, and not only rebuilding it adds some flavor to the game, but also some bonuses to your team as well. As you upgrade it, you get better recovery, you get more weapons, you get all this kind of good stuff that really makes it worthwhile. Plus, you have to do it over the course of time. You can't upgrade everything all at once, and so you're really going to have to make conscious decisions on which parts to upgrade first and foremost. Then you have the characters, and this is where I really enjoy the game because there's 6 different classes, which doesn't seem like a lot, but all the characters feel unique in their playstyles, and I really very much enjoy how you can form your teams. Initially, you only have a few options, and as you play the game, it expands over the time, and you also have to make some tough decisions on which characters to ultimately recruit for your team as well. Now, by the end, you can get a lot of different ones, so it might not matter as much, but early on, you definitely want to pick and choose the characters that are going to fit your party best. You get a little taste or teaser of their playstyle, and then eventually you will actually be able to potentially recruit those characters or ignore certain characters and have the others go by the wayside. So I do think that is very, very fascinating. As far as the story goes, it does follow an interesting path. Like I said, it's very dark, and I like the fact that you can really lean into either being a dictator or a benevolent ruler. You can lean into the old faith or Christianity, and those will also have actual effects on the gameplay. You will get bonuses, you will get benefits, you will recruit certain people, you will have certain interactions depending on which choices you make throughout the game. Now, other than that, there are some downsides. Not everyone is going to enjoy this game based on the fact that it is a tactical turn-based game. I know Baldur's Gate 3, which was last year the game of the year, also got some flack from that. There's just certain people that will only play action-style games, and if that's the case, this one is not for you. However, if you do enjoy this, if you can enjoy this type of gameplay, and I'm a massive fan of it. I do always enjoy the turn-based combat with the more tactical route. Think Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my favorite games of all time. I do feel like there is room for that to be successful. Now, as far as the rest of the game goes, why I will be hesitant for some people, not only because of the gameplay, but also there is a little bit of jankiness. The cutscenes are very good. The actual interactions, the voice lines and all that can be a little bit stiff, so I think people will dock it. Some of the frames and everything, I did have some performance issues at times, but nothing too major, so I feel like it's definitely something that can be overlooked, but there will be people who will judge it a little bit more harshly than me. Because I was enjoying myself with the game, I will give it a little bit more slack. But anyway, as far as PS5 games, this is one of the better turn-based RPGs I've played in quite some time. I do feel like the tactical element is right up my alley and plays very interestingly into how this game will ultimately perform. And yeah, I just highly recommend it if you're a fan of these types of games. If you like a Final Fantasy Tactics, if you like Baldur's Gate 3, if you want a darker spin on those types of games as far as tonally, but also aesthetically, it is very much darker. I do think this is the type of game that will be for you. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you have played King Arthur Knight's Tale, let me know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed it or not. Is it a game that's been on your radar and you just never pulled the trigger? If that's the case, let me know why not. My name is Jopa. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out tremendously. I will cover this game in more detail if everyone wants to see it, if you guys are interested, so let me know. But have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.